Hey you guys, it's Sam and welcome back to the hashtag Disney Drawing Challenge 2017. If you missed the first two videos, I'll have a link in the description to the playlist where you can watch the whole thing, as well as a link to last year's playlist and links to CCL and Barry Zem's channels, which I highly recommend you subscribe, as all three of us are hosting the challenge this year, and it has just been fantastic seeing all of your artworks. But before I get too far into that, let me just quick explain this drawing, which is from the theme number 3, turn any character into a mermaid. Now, I didn't actually use the random character generator as I had with the previous two. I actually went and talked to Kelly, as I'm sure longtime viewers might recognize the name, and asked her, what character should I turn into a mermaid? And like before I could even finish the sentence, she was like, Nala! And I was like, girl, okay. And so I did. And it was kind of interesting because I don't know, I guess I don't think too deeply about mermaids, but I haven't really thought about a lion mermaid before. But hey, I gave it my best shot, and I think it turned out kind of decent, so. But anyway, I've been trying to keep up the best I can with all of you guys' submissions. Still seems like it's most active on this Instagram, which is fine. But again, if I miss any of your guys' stuff, just totally let me know. I don't want to miss anybody. I want to see everybody, so definitely send me a message if I haven't commented on any of your pieces yet. And if you want me to feature any of your artworks in my videos, just shoot me a message and be like, hey Sam, feature my stuff, and I'll be like, okay, and then I'll put them at the end of the videos. And yeah, I guess going back to this drawing, I had my basic idea for this was I wanted her roaring, because growling, she's in attack position, and I wanted her like that. I also wanted a really circly effect going on, kind of composition, and I think I kind of did a pretty decent, I can't talk today, pretty decent job with that. And I also kept things rather simple-ish, just aiming for cell shading, which I've kind of been doing I'm a little bit ahead right now with the themes. I've kind of been doing that for like all the digital pieces so far. Just, again, the whole keeping it simple, having fun sort of thing. But yeah, it was not easy trying to get her face down because I draw people. I don't really draw too many animals. I would like to get into drawing animals, just need to dedicate some time to do that. So I had to look up quite a few references and do a few studies before I kind of got something half decent down. I'm not sure I'm too big of a fan of the feet, because I was trying to do a mix between the cartoon movie feet and like actual lion feet, and I don't think that really happened. But I'm happy with the face. I think the face turned out really good, and I'm actually kind of happy with the tail and the shading. It's mostly just the feet that I don't really like. But hey, can't all be perfect, right? And as with the other two videos, the sketching process for this is up on my Patreon page. Pretty much all the sketching processes of every single Disney Drawing Challenge for this will be up on my Patreon page. So if you'd like to see sketching, go ahead and check that out. Picking the color for the tail took me a little bit of thought. I wasn't quite sure what to go with because I knew I wanted a blue background, and I knew it was going to be kind of like a little bit attention grabby with like a bunch of swirls and stuff. But for the tail color, it's like I didn't want it to blend into the background, but I didn't want it to look too drastically different from her, it's not skin, from her fur color. So what I started out doing was I took the color of her fur, inverted it, and then kind of fiddled with that a little bit, and then that's how I chose the color of the tail. So it's not exactly the opposite color, but it's kind of close, and I think that helps. Like, it still kind of works, I think. So it's a little bit complimentary there. And now that looking at it now, I kind of wish I maybe did something with a little bit of pink, just because that's the color of her tongue and like inside her mouth, just to kind of balance things out and just sprinkle it in kind of elsewhere. But I don't think it's too distracting. I think it's just small enough that it's not too big of a deal, but maybe in hindsight I probably could have played around and see if I could figure out something to do with pink, but oh well. It's a bit difficult to think of commentary with how simplistic my drawings have been. Last year it seems like the drawings got kind of complicated that I could talk about it for a while, but this time it's like, yeah, it's pretty simple. There's not really much to say about it. So if you guys have any questions for me to answer in commentary with these videos, just leave them in the comments below, and hopefully that'll help me think of ideas of things to talk about. But yeah, I basically just drew the sketch, and then after that had a just flat layer where I filled it all in. It's a little bit messy once you zoom in, but if you zoom out it looks just fine. And that's the nice thing about digital art. Drawing big really helps you get away with the details, because once you shrink it down to share it on the web, like, you're not going to see anything. It's all just kind of blends nicely together, and it's like your own little secret of having the original file where you can zoom in. It's like, oh my god. But and then just did another layer on top of that where I think it was just multiply. I think I just used a multiply layer, and I can't remember now. I'm assuming that's what I did. And yeah, and then I filled around with some gradients to kind of add a little bit more interest, because it felt still a bit too flat to me. And then fiddled around with lighting and trying to help her pop a little bit more from the background. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then, you know, adding my signature because it's mine. Deal with it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the challenge. Go ahead and definitely check out the millions of links I have in the description. Click on all of them. And yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the challenge so far, and I'll see you in the next one. So thanks for watching. Bye!